Hello, my battalion. Hello, how are we? How are we doing? How are we doing on this evening, eh? I'm from Great Exodia. Chicken Nando's in it. Imagine. Someone thought I'd be from Great Exodia. We all know that, so... We all know that. But yeah, I went through the haunted house, and... Okay, so here's the thing. When I got scared at the end, right? I was like, okay, so for the ending, what would seemingly be like, what would I do, right? Because it's like, yeah, I could have maybe just like walked a little bit. I'm like, no, I got full sprint out of this place. I got full on sprint. Because listen, I'm not gonna, I'll be honest. I knew something was gonna come out at the end. I don't know when it was. Nobody told me, but it's like, it's a fucking haunted house. Of course, there's going to be one last scare, one last stinger, right? So I'm like, okay, so whenever that happens, I'm just going to full send. And so, you know, the guy comes up and fucking starts chasing everybody. I'm like, okay, I gotta sprint. I gotta sprint to the exit. And I run. Like, it's 0 to 100, I start running. And it was so rainy and wet out that, like, the previous people that have been in, like, the waiting area, like, the exit area, their wet shoes kind of coated the floor with, like, water and, like, slipperiness. It was, like, a marble floor, so it was, like, this kind of, like, slippery surface. So when I started running, I hit that area, and my foot immediately starts sliding and going up. And... you couldn't tell, and maybe you could a little bit, but it wasn't just like a slip and slide. I felt like fucking Marv from Home Alone. Like, my back went horizontal. Like, I was like, you know, my back was like horizontal, and my legs just kicked out in front of me. And I knew I was falling. I'm like, okay. I went to cover the back of my head, and then when I landed, I landed, it went, like, it like knocked like the air out of me. And... you know, the staff member came over and she's like, are you okay? I got up way too fast because I was like trying to walk off my absolute embarrassment. So I was like, oh, yeah, no, I'm good. And, you know, staff and like Haka and everybody's like, are you good? I'm like, yeah, no, I'm fine. About 15 minutes in, I'm like, hey, man, I'm gonna need like medication or something because my neck and my back hurt so goddamn bad. So then I was getting pumped full of fucking Advil for the rest of the day. I want you to know that wasn't like we started filming other things. So like during the rest of the filming process, I was just going with a broken back for the entirety of this thing, which is funny because I hurt my fucking neck today. So I almost feel like this phantom pain. It could have been so bad. I was just sore. There was no bruising. There was no like, I didn't have to go anywhere. I didn't need to, you know, no issue. And you know what the worst part is? I was like, check the footage. Please tell me you got that. Please tell me you got that. Because I'm not about to break my vertebrae for free. That needs to at least go in. I wanted it in so bad. I'm like, man, I hope my fall didn't just dox the entire group or something. I hope it made it. And lo and behold, it did. And I kept asking, I'm like, did you get it? Did you get it? Is it on there? Is it on there? And I actually didn't see it until I was back home to see if it made it in. And then I saw it and I was like, oh, thank fucking goodness. Thank goodness. Dying for content. Dying. Because it's worth it. It's worth it. You know, I wasn't like I didn't die or anything. It's not a big deal. Eventually, if they cut it, I would not have stood for that. I would have quite literally fallen over for that.